It was a quiet Thursday night in the small town of Coldwater, the kind of place where people rarely locked their doors and everyone knew everyone until they didn't. Jake Miller had been working at Tony's Pizza for 3 years. It wasn't glamorous, but it helped pay for his online classes and rent for his small one-bedroom apartment on the edge of the town. Tony's closed at 11 p.m. and by 10:45, Jake had cleaned the counters, tossed the last dough, and was finishing one final delivery to a house just past the railroad tracks. The order had come in late, a large pepperoni with extra cheese, no drinks, no sides. The address wasn't in the system, which was odd, but not unheard of. Tony told Jake to take it anyway, muttering something about it being a new customer. Jake didn't think much of it. The first glimpse, Jake loaded the pizza into the old delivery car, a beat-up Honda Civic with a cracked rear view mirror, and headed toward the address, 429 Maple Hollow Lane. It was in a secluded area with only a few houses, most hidden by thick trees. As Jake drove deeper into the woods, the radio started to cut out and the GPS lost signal. He squinted through the windshield as his headlights cut across narrow dirt roads. When he finally reached the house, it looked abandoned. No lights, no movement. The windows were dark and the mailbox was rusted shut. Jake got out of the car holding the pizza box and approached the front door. He knocked. No answer. He knocked again. Still nothing. Just as he turned to leave, his phone buzzed a text message from an unknown number. "Thanks for the delivery, Jake. Drive safe." Jake's heart skipped. He looked around, instinctively backing away. The woods behind him were quiet. He got into his car and sped off. The car behind him. As Jake drove back toward town, he noticed a black SUV pull out from a side road and start following him. He thought it might be a coincidence at first, maybe someone heading to town. But every turn he took, every detour, the SUV followed. He tapped his brakes, hoping the car would pass. It didn't. He switched lanes. The SUV mirrored him. He even pulled into a gas station and parked. The SUV drove past slowly, then circled back and parked across the lot, lights off. Jake's heart pounded. He stayed inside the gas station for nearly 20 minutes, pretending to browse snacks. He told the cashier someone was following him. The man offered to call the police, but Jake said no. He wasn't sure yet, maybe it was paranoia. Home isn't safe. Jake waited until the SUV left before heading home. He took an extra long route, watching his mirrors carefully. When he got to his apartment complex, everything seemed quiet. No cars parked outside that didn't belong, no lights out of place. He went inside, double-locked the door, and drew the curtains. By 1 a.m., he was finally settling into bed, still uneasy. Then he heard it, a soft knock at his door. He froze. Then another knock louder. He crept to the peephole. No one. But when he looked out the living room window, he saw the black SUV parked across the street. Its lights were still off, and the engine was silent. Whoever was inside wasn't moving. Jake called the police this time. The standoff, the dispatcher kept Jake on the line while sending an officer. Jake didn't turn on any lights. He just watched. 5 minutes passed, 10. Then the SUV started to roll forward, slowly pulling away. But not before Jake saw someone in the driver's seat lift a phone and snap a photo of his apartment window. The police arrived moments later, but the SUV was gone. The officer took a statement and promised to patrol the area for the rest of the night. The realization the next morning, Jake went to Tony's to explain. He told him everything: the strange address, the text, the SUV. Tony looked pale. "There's number 429 Maple Hollow Lane," he said. "That road ends at 425. Always has." Jake's stomach turned. Someone had created a fake order just to lure him there. They knew his name, they had his number, and they now knew where he lived. The photo. Later that day, Jake received another message from the unknown number. It was a photo taken from outside his apartment the night before. The caption read, "I see you sleep with the window cracked." That's dangerous. Jake moved out of cold water the next week. The stalker was never caught. But sometimes, when Jake walks to his car late at night in his new city, he swears he sees that same black SUV parked at the corner, engine off, lights dark, just watching.